been a fat fucking minute since I made a video on YouTube, but hey, I guess late is better than never, right? So I recently hit a new bench PR of 320 for a very slight pause, so I'm pretty happy about that. But it just got me thinking, the road from 315 on bench to 405 on bench is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Now, previously I made a video on how I personally reached 315 on bench, and that required a lot of work. That required a lot of close grip bench, a lot of weighted dips, a lot of incline pressing with dumbbells, and a lot of long pauses, and a lot of like banded work, tempo work, all that shit, just to hit 315. Now, I have no idea if that stuff's gonna carry over and help me reach 405 on bench one day, but you know, we're gonna take it one step at a time. This is a learning journey for me as much as it is for anyone else who's like, I don't know, tuning in and like watching and figuring out how they also want to reach higher bench press numbers. So yeah, so I gotta say, it's a beautiful day out. Today's workout is going to be a pretty challenging pull day. One of the common adages that you hear about bench pressing and pushing in general is that if you have a strong back, then you'll have a strong bench press. And I agree. I've noticed that when I put some serious training into my back, my lats, my rhomboids, my traps, rear delts, when I put a lot of work into that, I feel so much more stable on bench. I would like unrack like 315 to like 315 on the regular, and it would feel so stable, and I would feel so comfortable and confident that I could bench it. So yeah, we're gonna hit the back today hard. We're gonna do some weighted pull-ups. We're gonna do some T-bar rows. We are going to do some Kelso shrugs. You know, some for you science-based lifters out there. But we're gonna have some fun.
First things first, weighted pull-ups. We're gonna do something called a dead stop weighted pull-up, where after every rep, you do a dead stop at the bottom to reset and just focus on explosiveness rather than trying to stay in the air for too long and get fatigued. So today's goal is to do half my body weight attached, so 92.5 because I'm weighing 185 right now. Let's try to get 5 reps. All right, top set. Looks like I was able to hit 5 reps, albeit not the prettiest reps I've ever seen in my life. But now it's time for the back down sets. We'll do 60 pounds for 3 sets of 6, and we're gonna actually do it with good form this time. Next exercise, T-bar row, a classic one. And one thing about this gym is that they have 100-pound plates, very convenient. This will be our warm-up set, but afterwards we will do 3 sets of 8 with 100 and a 45. Yeah, we're equal lifting. We got 100 and 245s. Alright, so now that we've done the bulk of the heavy shit, we're gonna do some science-based tomfoolery. Alright, back to the meathead training. We're gonna row some 140s, and I've never done this before, so we'll see how 140 feels. Does it for this pull day. Next one will be push. We're gonna work on, I don't know, maybe incline, maybe flat bench, we'll see.
All right, so push day. Today we are maxing out, but not in the traditional sense of maxing out like with the barbell. We are going to be maxing out with the barbell, with plates, with chains. Now, chains are something that I started implementing into my push days, and they have helped my bench kind of explode up. They work very similarly to bands, where there's higher resistance at the top and lower resistance at the bottom, but overall they add a whole bunch of weight to your bench press, whether in training and, you know, max capacity. So here I am. My last time I benched with chains, I got 275 plus the 40-pound chains. So we're gonna try to break that record today. We're gonna try to get like 280, 285 plus chains. All right, so as you can see, I was able to hit that rep, albeit not the smoothest rep of 285 plus 40-pound chains. So the reason I love the chains so much is that it loads your nervous system like crazy. When you unrack it by yourself, it feels like you're lifting 55 pounds more than what's on the bar. When I picked up that 285 with the chains, it genuinely felt like 330 to 340. Like, that's how heavy it felt. But at the bottom, it goes down to like 305, 310. But regardless, it really builds up the confidence to know that you're able to pick up at least like 330, 345, or like 20 pounds over your max rep. And it kind of like gears your mind to like think, oh, I've done this before. I picked this up before. I could rep it, or not rep it, but, you know, push it for one rep. So yeah, I will probably not do the bands anymore. Now that we have chains, this might be the new go-to for me when I want to add more resistance at the top to really practice the lockout. So funny enough, before I benched this 285 with the chains, I actually got a new record on my flat bench. I went from 315 to 320. Oh, those are some big birds. I got from, like I said, I got from 315 to 320, and the thing that I did before that was 275 plus chains. So that's like a 40-pound difference, I guess. So if I do the math correctly, if I add 40 pounds to 285, possibly I have 325 in me. So who knows? Maybe in the next vlog you'll see. But as of now, the road to 405 bench will still be a very, very long one that will take me many, many years. But we're gonna do it natty, and we're gonna try to do it sub 200 pounds. So we'll see. Also, I'm still 185, 186-ish, so my bulk hasn't even really started yet. So when I get heavier, shit's gonna get good.